Oh, there it is.
All right. We have a great matchup here for Game 2. We have the Phenoms Jugs. Very early in the tournament. I'm Nick Schaefer. I'll be joined by a few people today, including Mark Taylor, Tim Cook, and Paul Cook at random times. So this is a matchup of two teams that know each other very well. And both these teams have aspirations of winning this tournament. So this will be a very good game. On the hill for Juggernauts, you got Ray Lucic on there, and on the hill for the Phenoms, Josh Pagano. Vin leading off here for the Phenoms. This will be a very interesting game. Both teams are desperate to go 2-0, so it'll be two powerhouses. It'll be kind of cool to see who gets the second W.
Start it up. Stay right. Go, Finley.
Vin Lee leading off here for the Phenoms. And Ray brings the high heat.
That's there.
So Ray's very good season with the Juggernauts. A good addition. Last year the Juggernauts won it with 4, and they added Ray, who came from the Lemonheads, to the squad. So they added a very top of the line pitcher to their already powerful squad.
Yep.
Good take by Vin. One of the keys to Phenoms batting today is going to be laying off the high heat versus Ray. He throws hard enough where you don't want to be swinging at pitches that are above the strike zone. So this field is actually in the left-hand corner of the York Revolution Stadium. You can see the outfield fence there and foul territory, so it's sort of facing the foul pole in the left field. The green moss are beyond the home run fence in right field. Paints the bottom of the zone here. You're going to hear a lot of those loud bangs with these pitchers and these two teams as they both throw good heat.
Everything out there.
Each at bat is going to be a battle, because these pitchers and hitters know each other very well from facing each other numerous times over the years.
Good job.
Good take there by Vin.
Hey, let's win it.
So on a side note too, Vin has been one of the better home run derby players the last few years too, and his teammate Jordan has been a 2-time winner. Not winning this year. Grant Miller took the crown, but sidearm drop by Ray. So that was his first sidearm drop for 1 out. Gets Vin striking out swinging. Jordan coming up for the Phenoms. He sometimes bats leadoff. One out, nobody on. Robles up. Takes the high heat. So Ray, after featuring throwing a lot of high risers and curves, got Vin swinging on sidearm drop. His open batting stance, his left foot all the way to the left. I think it helps him see the ball better. And for the Juggernauts, they have Stant at first base, Ryan at third, and Tim playing the outfield. So, although Ray's pitching, he won't be batting for the Jugs. They'll be DHing him. So they'll be batting their traditional 4-man lineup. So Ray serves as a very important piece of this team, but not really focused on hitting, more focused on pitching. Ray hits the outer part of the zone there. So the Juggernauts feature, a huge depth in their pitching staff, and Ray's going to pitch the early games, and hopefully the later games they could go more with the other ones, including Sarno
Great lead.
and Ryan as well.
Come on, Jordan. Hey, win the battle. Go one. Go, jump man. Win the battle.
Go, 3, keep battling, win it.
Good take by Jordan there. Works a walk here, man up first.
Let's go, come on, let's go.
Josh Pagano coming to the plate. Swings at the high heat. That's a pitch Ray features a lot. Is he tries to get people, he challenges them. The ball explodes up in the zone, and if you do swing it, it's gonna be hard to catch up on it. Sidearm there. Josh was all over. Fouled it off the end of the bat to the right side.
Our potential opponents are still.
Good take there by Josh. The high heat. On 2 strikes especially, it's tough to take that pitch. Ray has a traditional baseball windup because he was a pitcher in college as well. Sidearm drop, it broke down and away in the zone. He got 2 outs. So Ray pitched for Cabrini University, a Division III school, and it was very good there. So you can see he has very powerful stride as he's pitching, good mechanics, and he knows what he's doing.
Hey, lot of room out there, right? A lot of room out here.
Get me up, Connor. Come on. Lock in.
Connor coming up here for the Phenoms, and a late addition to the squad.
Good job,
Outside ball 1. We got 2 outs, men on first.
Come on, Connor. Get me up.
Connor featuring his Robles jersey.
So the Juggernauts are, prevent doubles defense here. They're man on first.
Oh, good call, Tim. I didn't even notice that. Yeah, the Juggernauts are a very, very smart team, and they try new things. They're playing with 3 outfielders, no infielders, because they definitely want to prevent that run. If you get a clean double, which is a ball off the fence on the ground or a bounce, it's a runner from first advances all the way home. So this team is smart with this. They want to make you try to get 2 hits rather than 1 to score this run. And historically, Tim, Connor's been a clutch hitter. He seems like he gets better in the bigger the moment.
Yeah, no, Connor's become he's always been a good hitter, but each year he's consistently improved.
He seems like he likes to go opposite field in big moments, too. Left center, especially in MAW tournaments.
2 balls, 2 strikes here.
Quick,
Really good pitch, really good hang too by Connor.
and Ray changing up there. He did a quick motion there. It didn't do his normal high leg kick. He tried to catch Connor off guard, and Connor stayed alive. It's just tough to put him away when he has 2 strikes. Oh, a little hesitation there. So 2 straight pitches. He did a quick pitch and then he did a hesitation pitch.
Hey, base
It's a
hit
full
ball
count.
4. Base hit
Stance
ball
running
4.
in to talk to Ray here, maybe offer a piece of advice. Here's the 3-2.
Got him.
Got him. Yeah, strikeout
Got out of
looking.
it.
So after a 1-out walk, Ray's able to get through the inning with no damage. We're heading to the bottom of the first. 0-0. Jugs coming to the plate.
So interesting, a little bit interesting. So Josh Pagano is going to start for the Phenoms. It makes sense. Jordan and Vin and Connor have been seen, multiple times against the Juggernauts. So giving them a new look makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea. I think, as we stated earlier, Tim, that these 2 teams and all their players know each other so well. Some of them have even been teammates over the years, so I think you got to try some new things, especially in a big game where both these teams want to be 2-0. This is a big game for possibly saving some arms later in the tournament. And as you mentioned earlier, here's the Juggernauts lineup, but Ray's pitching, but he's not going to be hitting. He's DHing. So their lineup is Stant leading off, Tim, Ryan, and Sarno. So that's their typical lineup they usually feature, and all 4 of them can hit. And one of the cool things, Tim, is this year in MAW when they went back to back, is any of their bats can carry their team. It's not necessarily one guy.
No, yeah, they all like Tim. Tim has a ton of power. Red is just a really good all-around hitter. Ryan is someone who will foul off pitches and really work counts. And then Stant is I don't know, he's a legitimate top 10 hitter in the country. I mean, like, you can't go, you think, oh, left on left, he may, be exposed. No, he's just as good against lefties as righties, so.
And he was a tournament MVP last year. In the 2021 UWIF tournament, he won the MVP. Sarno took home the finals MVP last year when they beat the Meats. Stan can hit to all fields. He hits for average and power. All around good hitter. 2-0. And I don't think it matters whether it's off speed or velocity, high velocity. He seems to come up with a good game plan how to hit it.
Yeah, no, and I mean, Stan will crush your mistakes and hit pitches that he really shouldn't have any.
There you go.
And there's a base hit.
Line drive shot. Single to right center for Stan. So it was sort of a sidearm drop there, and he just stayed with it. It was low, and he hammered it to right field for a single. Tim coming up here at the plate. I like watching the McEllis brothers bat. They both swing hard, grip the bat hard.
So this year,
fouls it straight back.
Tim used to bat towards the bottom of the lineup. This year, with his, like I said, an increase in power, they've moved him to the 2 hole for most of the season.
That's smart move by them. I think the Juggernauts are probably one of the smarter teams with strategy, and they saw something that was working, so they moved him up in the order.
So Tim's in the hole 0-2 here.
And the viewers, you could see how much he's choking up here. He wants to try his best to put it in play. Foul, line drive to Connor. It was a word. It might have been off his hands a little bit there.
No, that was definitely.
Yeah. There really wasn't a sound to that, and then it looped right to Connor. Good defensive alignment there. That would have broke my hand, but instead, a little looping out. You got 1 out, Ryan at the plate. Oh, deep fly ball center field, and that's going a good 10-15 feet over the center field line. 2-0 Juggernauts. First pitch to Ryan, crushes it to center field, jumps out to a 2-0 lead. Right away, right off the sound of the bat, you knew it was going to go over the fence. It was a matter of how far. So he deposited that deep into center field, left center. Huge home run. This team doesn't cease to amaze me. Kind of get big hit after big hit after big hit. 2-0 Juggernauts, 1 out, Sarno at the plate. So Pagano needs to recover here and hold them to 2. You don't want this lead to get any bigger than this. So as we were stating before, any of their hitters can really carry this team, and we just saw it there. Stant line drive single, Ryan, huge home run.
And that's the thing, though, with the Phenoms are excellent hitters as well, and you want to pile as many runs up because 2 is definitely not enough.
I think that's a good point because these two teams know each other so well, Tim, as we said a few times, that it helps the batting. And I think that the Phenoms will have a chance to score multiple runs.
Yeah, the core of the Phenoms played is Voodoo and MAW.
Line drive, single. It's going to be a single. So down the third base line, Sarno rips it, stays fair, just off the wall, so it's a single. So 3 hard hit base hits this game so far, Tim. You got a single by Stant to right field, home run to center by Ryan, and a single to left. So all areas of the field this team is producing. Stant back up at the plate here.
So, Tim made the only out there, but even he fouled the first pitch straight back, and then down 0-2, still put it in play.
I'm in front of that.
Speed.
Yeah, good smart pitch by Pagano there. I get the feeling, too, the Juggernauts are a team, watching them over the years at MAW and UWIF, the more they see a pitcher, the more comfortable they get, too.
Change speeds again.
That's smart. Two off-speed pitches. Gets him out in front both times.
Go on, to adjust.
A wicked hack by Stan, both of them. He has more of a closed stance. A little slightly open, but his feet are close together when he bats.
Last year I wasn't
Pagano looking for his second out still. Good take by Stan. We got man on first. So the way this inning started was a stance single, a line out to first, home run by Ryan, and a base hit by a single by Sarno. Inside there. You can feel the momentum building for the Jugs. 4 of the first 5 guys got on base.
Is it first and second or just
First and second.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Tim coming to the plate. His last at bat, off his hands, a line out to Connor at first base.
Are there 2 outs?
There's one. So this pitch count starting to increase, and it's not necessarily a game pitch count; it's more of an inning pitch count. You gotta be careful because you will wear down high stress pitches, Tim. That's what I would say.
Yeah, no, I mean when you have to put effort into every pitch, especially when guys are on you early, it makes it tough.
Be a tough
And you can see him putting a little extra effort, a little extra giddy up on the mound right now. But he's an experienced pitcher. He knows what he has to do to get out of this inning. Try to keep it at 2-0. And the Jugs know the same too. They want to increase this lead. There's a line drive. Nice bobble by Jordan. So that is going to be a regular single, not a clean single. So we'll have bases loaded. Nice diving stop by Jordan, but unable to get up from his knees to throw it out.
Let's move up a little.
But he did save a run.
So people can go around. Yeah.
So Ryan at the plate here, bases loaded. His last at bat, he had a home run to center field, left center, crushed it. A little low there.
Nice to meet you. Yeah, appreciate it. You gonna be out here playing soon?
Out of the way there. So this is getting out dangerous territory, Tim. Like base hit from the Jugs could really expand their lead. Ground ball. Checks in, ground ball. Connor, clean play. Let's see if they can turn 2. Here's Robles from second. And he does. That's a huge double play. And from Ryan's standpoint, it was an excuse me swing, check swing. So at the end of 1, it's 2-0 Juggernauts, but a huge double play by Pagano on Ryan, and Connor and Jordan were able to turn that. So we'll be back in a minute. We're heading to the second inning. Phenoms coming to the plate, 2-0 Juggernauts. Heading to the top of the second, leading off for the Phenoms. You got Vin, Jordan, Josh, Connor batting fourth. If guys get on. So remember, these are 4-inning games in these rounds. So starts to get late early.
I'm gonna move this walking in front. Move the camera.
Ray back on it. Ray had a good first inning. He gave one walk, then he had 3 Ks. Oh, there's a line drive from Vin.
Vin makes a hell of a
What a
play.
catch!
God, he does that routinely. Made that look easy.
And the crazy thing, Tim, is he was alert. The ball was dipping. It was hit so hard. It was dipping. And he hit it with his left hand, and then he was aware and just caught it. Made it look easy. It was not an easy play at all. First pitch, too. Vin jumped on that.
Really good off speed to Jordan.
Vin, unfortunately, that ball was a rockety hit. Just if you got any air on it, it was going to go into the stands.
Yeah, that may have been the hardest hit ball of this game so far, and there's been a lot of hard hit balls.
Exit velocity on that was huge. Unfortunate. He almost hit, topped it off rather than getting underneath it. Vin, Ray gets Jordan looking on the inside pitch there. You got 2 outs. Josh coming up.
Go, Josh. Go, I go.
Seen a lot of people jump on the first pitch this game so far. Let's see if Pagano can help himself here. Good take, good take.
It's head 2-0.
And Ray doesn't waste time, Tim. When he gets the ball, he's ready to pitch.
No, he's pretty efficient. He
No wasted energy out there.
No, he in 2018 he threw 48 innings in the MAW championship game.
That's crazy amount.
Yeah, and ended up losing, but 48 innings in a day is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Right at bat.
Ended up losing to Stompers. It was then back then, right?
Yep.
There's a 2-out walk by Josh. See, this is what these two teams bring. Although the Juggernauts have all the momentum, it seems like they're doing everything right, fielding, hitting, pitching. One swing in the bat makes it 2-2.
So
That's why.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. So here's Connor Young.
2 outs, man on first.
He joined the Phenoms last weekend.
That's a story in itself, but talk about his addition to this team. What does he bring?
He brings obviously another arm. He brings, a solid bat. Good,
championship level player.
Good fielding. So that's 6 in a row from Ray that missed.
And he's won multiple MAW championships, so he knows what it takes to win a title. So he brings that to the Phenoms as well. The whole squad is championship level players. And they're going no doubles outfield again here. All 3 guys are in the outfield, no infielders.
Come on, kid.
That's 7 in a row.
And Ray's not known to walk in that many guys. He seems like he's a pretty consistent strike thrower.
Just missed. All right, so first and second, so the Jugs will realign their defense here with a clean single, score a run.
One of the things I liked what they do, as you're talking about the realignment, is they often will have these quick conversations between the pitcher and the fielders. Even Sarno's jumping out into the field to talk with them. They seem like they're always on the same page, and there's no excuses and no surprises when things happen.
So this defensive lineman, so they're sending 2 to the fence. I know, they're going with 3 back to the fence. They're willing to let up the run on a clean single, but they don't want to be beat, with an extra base hit.
Or even a home run prevention. So Vin's last at bat, he led off this inning, hit a bullet, and as Tim mentioned, perhaps the hardest hit ball of this game so far.
He was trying to do the same thing there, ambush first pitch, and Ray smartly kept it away.
And then Tim made a very good catch in the outfield. So Ray oftentimes could increase velocity when he wants to as well. Let's see if he does it this at bat.
Great eye, baby. Let's go, kid. Come on.
And Sarno's giving him a piece of advice from the sidelines not to overthrow. Rock and fire, he's telling him. So he might be noticing that Ray's pressing ever so slightly. But Ray's been in big games. Last year, the Lemonheads made the Final Four, right?
Yep. Yeah, no, he's no stranger to these type of high-pressure situations.
He challenged Vin there, power on power.
And won that, so 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And Vin takes a long walk. I think he realized that was a pitch he would like to have back.
Yeah, he definitely would like to have that back.
And Stan's talking to him about that. Stan is just such a wise football player. Hitting, pitching, fielding. He knows what's going on for strategy. It's one of the underrated aspects of his game. People think of him just as an elite hitter. He's also an elite strategist. One of the tools of wiffle ball.
2-2. Takes
Great eye,
inside,
Vin.
so
Let's win it.
full count.
Tim, I've always loved Vin's stance. His hands are moving, the bat's moving constantly. A lot of action going on.
So full count, first and second. 2 down. Top second. 2-0 Juggernauts. And he gets him.
Bottom part of the zone, good location. Gets Vin striking out looking to end the threat. The man on first and second there, Ray is able to get him, so we're heading to the bottom of the second. Juggernauts 2, Phenoms 0.
So I just talked to Tim McElrath real quick about the catch he just made. He said, he doesn't really even believe it's his pure fielding skills as much as it is reading the balls off the bats and studying video on where these guys, usually hit it, spray chart wise. So that was interesting. Because
that is very interesting. Like, you could do that stuff in wiffle ball too now with all the videos available and knowing hitters' tendencies and stuff. So that's a great preparation by him. And Tim also keeping that concentration for hitting it up with his left hand, and then just knowing, not panicking, and knowing where the ball is at all times. What a win now picking up here.
Yeah, where's it blowing?
Sarno leading off for Jugs, followed by Ben, Tim, and then Ryan.
Nice change up on the outer portion. Real good pitch from Pagano.
Yeah, Pagano started settling down a little bit. Got the double play to end the last inning. Just missed the outer part of the zone. It's amazing to me that these elite hitters are able to take such close pitches.
It really is a testament to how good these guys are.
Yeah. It's almost like they're sitting on a pitch, and that's the pitch they want to attack rather than, hit the pitcher's pitch or waiting for a batter's pitch. Foul straight back. Power on power there. Pagano challenging Sarno. A little bit above the strike zone. He was right on it. Whenever you see a batter foul straight back, usually tells you they were right on the pitch. He challenges him again. Lead off strikeout. Sarno down on K's. We got one out. Stan coming to the plate. Foul ball by Stan. We got one out, nobody on. 2-0 Juggernauts. Ooh, inside, stayed inside. Started there and stayed there. Stan's last at bat. So far he has a walk and he has a single. Hit a line drive single in between first and second before. Fouls it straight back, hit the strike zone. He was right on that one. You can see the frustration. Sam wanted that pitch back. As soon as he fouled it off, he yelled out. Donald got some swinging in the lower part of the zone. He got 2 outs. Good location from Josh there. Able to keep it low. 2 outs. Tim coming to the plate. Tim has a single in his last at bat. So now we're trying to figure out whether it hit the strike zone or hit the pole. it's tough sometimes to know whether it hits the strike zone or a pole, or because people are throwing such high velocity. It's not easy to do. Vicious cut by Tim. Swings it right through. He chokes up just about as much as any player I've noticed that chokes up when they're batting. No. Gano trying to have a clean inning here. He has 2 outs. He's trying to do 1, 2, 3. Give his team some momentum when they're batting in the 3rd inning. 2 outs. Tim at the plate. Ooh, good pitch. Gano's excited there. Gets him chased a 1, 2, 3 inning. He strikes out all 3 batters he faces. We're now heading to the top of the 3rd. Coming up for the Phenoms, you got Jordan leading off, followed by Josh, Connor. If anybody gets on, you have Vin. So heading to the 3rd, we're playing 4 inning games. It's 2-0 Juggernauts.
So I just talked to Josh Pagano after his 1, 2, 3 inning. Asked him what he did differently there, and he said really introducing the changeup, which we saw a lot. And realizing he's just not going to be able to overpower these guys. So definitely was different that inning, and
that's a great adjustment, right? Like I mean, he could realize you're not going to beat him on pure velocity. Throw some off-speed pitches, get them, thinking different, and get them chasing some pitches too. That's a great adjustment by Josh. He had a 1, 2, 3 inning, 3 straight strikeouts, keeping his team in the game. It's only 2-0, and the Phenoms have very good hitters. So this game's far from over. It's only the 3rd inning. Well, 3rd and 4th inning, 4 innings, but they're only down 2-0. Leading off for the Phenoms, Tim, is Jordan, followed by Josh, Connor, and then Vin, if anybody gets on.
So Ray had to work last inning to get out of things. Starts Jordan off with a strike. That's good. Right top of the zone.
I wouldn't say easy gas, but you don't see the grunting or anything. He just strides and lets it fly.
In fact, the only times he grunts is definitely when he's overthrowing or trying, or almost. I don't like to call it aiming, but figuring out, trying to place it in a certain position and just not being able to guide it correctly. If
viewers at home, you can probably notice he uses his legs as well as any pitcher out here. He as I mentioned earlier, I think that's his college pitching days. He knows that your lower body is so important. It's not just your arm; it's your lower body and how you use it, your stride, and he's very, very effective with that.
2-1. Good changeup. That's a really good changeup. Outer half. I mean, Jordan, if he got any of that, is gonna go to the right side. Jordan's a really good opposite field. He uses the whole field.
Very good all-around hitter.
He's got so many reps and so many tough situations. Takes that inside.
I almost ducked there. We're right behind the whole plate here. I saw it coming at me. I forgot there's a netting there. Yeah, Jordan's still, he wants to win this tournament so bad, like a lot of other people, Tim, and he wants that elusive national championship.
And he got him.
one of the game's best players, is looking for his first UWIF championship.
Jordan just missed it. In fact, I thought for a second he may have tipped it, but I think it may have clipped the top of the zone after he swung through it.
That high heat's hard to hit.
Yeah.
Very hard to hit. It explodes too out of Ray's hand. Ooh! And you see, after every changeup he throws to him, he's grabbing his fingers, I think, because he puts one of his fingers deep into the ball, and it probably does hurt him a little bit.
So first game, he was doing that, and he busted his finger open, so they super glued it together. And it looks like it's holding up, for at least for now.
Is it from his changeup, did he say, his off speed, or just from regular pitching?
No, I think it was from putting the finger in the ball.
Yeah.
Changing speeds.
One of the changes at modern football too is that the effectiveness of people's off-speed pitches is just ridiculous now.
Yeah, I mean,
Ray's throwing high 80s or whatever he's throwing, and then he's throwing a off-speed pitch, 60s, like it's 20-mile-per-hour difference. Unless you're looking for it, it's gonna be hard to hit. Huge home run, no by Wiffle Hall to the field over here.
Over way too beautiful.
Right behind us. You can always hear the scream in the other fields and a big home run. Way to lay off there. Josh works a 1-out walk. Man up first. Connor coming to the plate. Connor so far today has a strikeout and a walk. His last at bat he walked, so maybe he's seen the ball a little better.
That was a really good at bat by Josh. When he walked away from the at bat, he took a real deep breath. Really had to work hard there to come back from being down in the hole. Did a nice job. So the Jugs are going 2 back on the outfield to prevent the double. They keep Stant in the infield. Connor does make contact. I think that's the thinking. They don't. They would rather be able to make the play if he hits it on the ground.
To try to turn that DP. We've seen like 3 or 4 different defensive alignments already from the Juggernauts, and this is only the 3rd inning.
Yeah, and these aren't just moves to make moves. They're very purposeful and very with what's going on.
Oh, single to left field, third base line.
So first and third, 1 out.
Connor, there's been some discussion about how good of a hitter he is entering this tournament, but I tell you, the games over the years, he comes up clutch in big games. It doesn't matter if he's batted 0 the previous 5 games. He's a good hitter in tough situations. And he just sliced that down the third base line.
Yeah, no, it was a good piece of hitting. So now first and third, 1 out. Ray needs to work out. Jugs all go back on the fence.
And Vin already has. I was chatting with him before, Tim, and he was like, "Yeah, he talked up the bad luck about his line drive. I mean, he hit it so hard, and Tim made a very nice play, as we said a couple of times in the outfield." 2-0, okay, ahead of the count. Create that little box for yourself. Ray needs to settle down and be careful. You don't want to just groove one. You have a base to play with here.
Vin, this is 2-0. Vin can look for what he wants, and if he gets it, he can swing. If he doesn't, even if it's a strike, it doesn't matter.
Ooh.
And he did go after it. So
I think Vin likes that lower pitch, the way his batting stance is and where his hands are.
I don't think there's any doubt about that.
Yeah. Being a shorter hitter too, like myself and him, you tend to hit better or lower. It's hard to catch up to the high heat. Ray yelled out there too.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Vin Lee. First and third, 1 out. Top of the third, Juggernauts up 2-0 on the Phenoms.
I got 2 ideas here. He's either going to do high heat or he's going to do off speed. Those are my 2 guesses on one of these pitches. Challenge is fouled straight back.
Yeah, so that's a changeup.
That's probably not the location you wanted it, Tim.
No, and that gave Vin enough area to foul that off, and if he's able to see that a little bit better out of the hand next time, he may be able to do some real damage on it.
Way to foul it off. Vin 2 foul balls his last 2 pitches. He seems like he's seen the ball well versus Ray.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes, first and third. Quick pitch, get some swing.
Yeah, good call on the quick pitch. He offered him something different there, and it was high heat, but up and away. And the ball just exploded the last second. It seemed like the last 4 or 5 feet, it just continued to go up and away. It was in the strike zone, and it exploded.
So the Jugs stay back.
Charge it right!
Yeah. I think it's
thought it hit your foot.
All right, no single there because it went off Jordan's foot, so he got a strike. Jordan, one of the clutchest players there is, Tim. So
I was going to ask, do they want to pitch to Jordan or do they want to pitch to Pagano here? Right? Obviously, they're going to pitch to Jordan.
I would be careful, though.
Oh, I'd be very careful. And look it up. Jordan sees so many pitches per at bat. Always working counts.
the only thing I would say if you pitch your mound on Tim is then it puts the tying run at second.
Yep.
So that's probably their thinking.
No, agreed, and that's that's very fair. Swing and a miss. So 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I think that's the spot where I would go again, but maybe even go another 3 or 4 inches higher. I think I wouldn't do an off-speed pitch here, Tim. You never want to give up a big hit or a big run or lose on your second or third best pitch.
And he just swung, so you don't want to speed his bat up on the changeup. Here's Ray's delivery. Yeah, he went fastball.
That's a good spot, high and in. If he could do something a little bit just off the plate on the outside corner, I think that would be an ideal. And Jordan's looking for something to hit the center field, right center. Hesitation on the mound here from Ray. Foul straight back.
Great foul off.
Jordan fouled that straight back. It was a little in on his hands though. I don't know if he created damage with that.
Yeah, no, I think that was more just staying alive for get to the next pitch.
Here's a huge pitch here. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Oh.
Hit Jordan in the back, I think. Let's see if it was his head or back.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so it did hit Jordan in the head. We're just making sure the rule. So it is a man up first, bases loaded. So Jordan does
2 outs.
a clean single. Tim scores 2 runs now. A clean double clears the bases.
Juggernauts are gonna.
It's also good to give Ray a breather here, Tim, too. Just take a deep breath because he was giving it all he had against Jordan there. Huge at bat.
2 in, they keep Tim in the outfield. Josh Pagano can really help himself out here. Starts him off with an off-speed changeup.
That took
right
guts.
at the bottom of the zone.
That took guts to start him off with a changeup there on the first pitch. So you got 0-1 count here. Ooh. 0-2 count here. So 2 different pitches here. So we just got news that we believe
The Wiffle Tigers.
Wiffle Tigers won their second game, so they got their first W, their first international win ever at a Wiffle Ball National Championship.
At TC 35 defeated C4 4-2.
Oh, that's an upset right away too. So C4 is 1-1 now.
TC 35 4-2.
Inside.
Nothing. I mean, the Tigers will beat K2.
Good take by Josh there. Huge take.
Go, 2, come on.
This is a huge at bat in this game, Tim. It could be a swing either way.
Yeah.
Oh, Ray paints
And
it.
he gets out of it.
High
Bases
velocity.
loaded, jam.
Yeah,
My
it paints the outside
goodness.
corner. Good movement, good speed. Gets out of the inning. That was huge. You could see them, how excited they were, how much that meant to them to get out of that inning.
So we head to the bottom of the third. This has been a fantastic played game from both sides.
Hitting, fielding, pitching, every strategy.
All you would want from a big wiffle ball game against 2 supremely talented guys.
So we're heading to the bottom of the third. Juggernauts are trying to add on, and Phenoms are trying to keep them where they're at. That was a huge at bat. Bases loaded with Sarno was able. Ray was able to paint the outside corner there. Pagano, nothing he could really do with that. But the big pitch of that bat was probably
He's right there. He's right there.
probably the first pitch changeup that he went with. So that was a big pitch. Leading off for Juggernauts, got Ryan, then Sarno, and then the top of the order with Ben. If anybody gets on, we got Tim. Ryan leading off here for the Jugs.
So I just talked to Ray Lutzvik. He said, yeah, the last pitch, his command was kind of eluding him, and he decided he just wanted to challenge him. Did it, and it worked out.
Yeah, and I was just saying, Tim, too, I think the big pitch of that bat was actually the first pitch when he got a strike on an off-speed pitch.
So 2 balls, no strikes to Ryan McElrath. He has the 2-run homer that is the difference in this game so far.
We got a lot of action in this field. Players going by, photographers.
Yeah, we got 10 fields here at People's Bank Park this year. We had 9 last year, 8 the inaugural year. So,
Yeah, that's impressive.
yeah, traffic lanes are a little bit more crowded, but
That's impressive. 10 fields, Tim. Get this on 10 very good fields, too. All diverse, depending upon where you are in the field. Lead-off walk by Ryan, right?
yep. That brings up red.
This team is relentless, Tim, when they're batting,
You
man.
know,
They don't give
there's
away
not-
at bats.
They don't give away pitches, really. Ooh,
Oh,
yeah.
sorry, foul ball. He was in front of that.
Yeah, he really had no business, even getting around on that. Nonetheless, putting a pretty good swing on it.
And Pagano has settled down. He's not afraid of the moment here. He's challenging him. Ever since those 2 runs, he's able to hold him down here, keep this game within striking distance.
So that takes one right down the middle.
Looking for something different, I guess. There, he wants that. He was shaking the head. He wants that one back.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, like, you
It's easier as a viewer.
Easy as a viewer, and like you only get maybe one good pitch to hit.
Maybe,
at bat against an elite pitcher.
Yeah. So this is a very frustrating sport. If you get frustrated easily, ground ball back to Pagano. We'll see if they can turn 2. Flip to Connor, and Connor throws it wide. So a fielder's choice. So the guy advances to second base.
So men on second. That is 1 out.
1 out, man on second with Stan coming up. Stan does have a single and a walk. He's been on base 2 out of 3. That was his pitch there.
That was that low
Out in front.
pitch. Yeah, he took a little bit off it. I don't think it was a pure changeup, but he took enough that
Middle
Stan was
ground.
ahead of it.
Ooh, that one too.
Boy, that was just a really good pitch.
The bat slips out of his hands. You can see the frustration, Tim, on his face.
So I mean, what was that? That was like an old school drop, or maybe a screwball.
That didn't work all the way. It might have been an accident, actually. It'd be interesting to see what Pagano says about that pitch.
Yeah, it moved.
I don't know if it did what he wanted, but it worked out. Sometimes you need a little luck.
And it gets stand.
Down and away. I don't think that was like a changeup that was like a baseball circle change that went from down and away there. Gets him swinging. 2 outs. Man on second. So a clean single scores a run here.
Yeah, the Phenoms keeping 2 in. They'll,
That's smart. You don't want them to. You might even.
you want to try to cut the run off. Ooh.
Actually, this would be a situation if you ever were going to do 3 infielders, Tim. This might be or another infielder because prevent that third run.
That's very true. They're playing it more traditional.
Yeah, I mean Jordan and Connor cover a lot of ground out there. Pagano's a good fielder too.
So he gets way ahead, 0-2.
I'll tell you, Pagano is not afraid to challenge you. He goes right after you. It's a bulldog-like. Gets him to upper part of the zone with a little hop too before he pitched. You knew he was going to gas him there, so he's able to escape the walk and fielder's choice. And now we're heading to the bottom of the 4th. Juggernauts are up 2-0. Possibly the last at bats for the Phenoms, looking for 2 runs to extend this game.
All right, so just talked to Josh Pagano about the second strike to Ben Stant. It was a drop change.
Okay.
We saw a lot of drops back in the day. We didn't see many screwballs. That was pre the days of knifing. Plenty of scuffing going on.
Yeah.
And that's a drop is more. I think
So it's
as a non-
intentional, he said.
Oh, it was intentional, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. I like that pitch because it's another pitch in his arsenal there.
When it really, I mean, it moved the exact right way to stand as a lefty. You show that pitch to a righty, and it hangs a little. He may just whack at it and be able to put that in play.
So Tim, what's the Phenoms? Their order is Connor, Vim, Jordan, and Josh. Are you thinking get one guy on and then a bloop in a blast sort of situation?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say. I mean, you got to get a base runner first.
Yeah,
that's.
And if you're Ray, attack him until they get a base runner, right? No free passes.
That's.
No pitching around anybody with nobody on base. You got to go right after him.
And you don't want to it's hard to say, hey, air it all out here because. Most likely they want him to pitch the next game regardless. But there's enough time I think to recover that you kind of try to air it out and
Yeah, you can't think of anything beyond the second game right now. You gotta go up 2-0, 2-0 in your first two games and then go from there. Because they have enough arms, Tim, where they could get through this tournament.
Oh yeah, no.
I mean, last year they won without Ray, so this was like bonus for them. Every inning they can stay with the other pitchers is a bonus. Especially when a lot of their staff can pitch pretty high amount of innings too. All right, so we're heading to the top of 4. Phenoms are possibly their last at bat here, and they need 2 runs. 2 runs to extend the game.
So Connor singled down the third baseline last time.
Spiced it right down there.
So they have Ryan over with the 2 infielders in. Connor hit it right down the line, so I think if he did the same thing here, I'm not sure Ryan would get to it. Although I don't want to say that without it coming. So Connor got a nice piece. He does like that rolling side pitch. So Ray's way up here 0-2.
I think here you go high heat, see if you can chase him. And for Connor, at this point you're trying to put it in play. Swing at a strike, put it in play, see if you get on base. Jug's talking strategy again. Nobody strategizes as much as they do in between pitches.
Yeah, sometimes to the detriment of the pace of play.
There's the high heat, but it was good eye by Connor, a little too high to offer at that.
I think that's something that Connor's gotten better at. Offering at that high pitch, I think he's really improved over the years. That was a good pitch, good take.
Little screw drop there. 2 balls, 2 strikes here to lead off hitter at the top of the 4th. Remember, it's a 4-inning games these rounds, so this is basically the 9th inning here.
The 2-2, got him.
Inside part of the zone there. So he used all different parts of the zone that at bat, Tim. Ray was going high, low, in and out. So
I think that's the advantage of being a college baseball pitcher.
Yeah.
Like you got to be able to hit your spots. To pitch at that level, regardless of what division it is in college. You got to be able to do that. And he's able to provide that right there.
Ooh, a little sidearm job, and Vin was able to escape that right by his face. That ball just took off. I don't think Ray threw one of those yet this game. Well, sidearm riser, I mean.
I think that was the first. Give him a different look. So he grunted there, and that was an overthrow.
Yeah, and I think the more important thing is not to give a free pass here. You don't.
Yeah, although I'd be careful here too. Vin's definitely got to be looking something. That was a good pitch. That was a good take by Vin.
And if you're Vin here, maybe you take one strike here.
Yeah, I mean, I think if it's
If
the
it's
exact
grooved.
pitch that you want, you can go. But other than that, you take it.
So now they have the tying run on. Good at bat by Vin there. Worked the walk. Jordan's coming up. Jugs up 2-0. Man on first. So tying run is now up. This is all you can ask for if you're the Phenoms. It's short from ball 1. So Ray's lost a little bit of the strike zone the last 4 or 5 pitches. The wind is going a little bit from left to right. It's changed. Paul Cook is now joining me as Tim Cook is off to do some other duties. So Paul was just saying, they got the tying run up now. This has been a battle all game, and the Juggernauts have looked at more impressive, but it's only 2-0.
This game's far from over with the Phenoms offense.
Yeah, one swing here, he ties it up. Hit Jordan's hand there. Got Jordan up, Josh on deck. And then Connor.
And this would be big for the Juggernauts, get win number 2 with Ray on the mound. Like, that's kind of their plan, I think, to ride it here early.
There's a fly ball left field. Jordan ties it up. Deep off the green monster in left field. Smashes that. The wind it went into orbit there. Huge 4th inning tying home run. So that walk was a killer, Paul. That walk was previously the bin.
That's one of the farthest home runs I've ever seen. Any kind of deceptive, that green monster in the back, but wow, he crushed that.
Yeah, it was both hit hard and high.
Yeah, no, like usually when you see it hit that high, it doesn't go that far. It's not hitting that hard. That was just crushing every sense of the word.
You know what's weird is the last couple of years, the Juggernauts have owned these moments, these clutch moments, and now it's happening to them. So, but it's a tie game. If you're a pitcher here, you need to rebound, and if you're a Phenoms, keep this momentum going.
Yeah, because remember, they only play 1 clean extra inning in these preliminary games. So, neither of these teams wanted to get to that point. They wanted to either, here in the 4th or the 5th.
Yeah, Jordan's home run. That was way past the home run marker. It almost landed into the out of the stadium actually in left field there. Hit the green wall behind on foul territory.
I mean, like left field, it's probably not as deep as you'll see in some other things, but I still think it's 90 feet. It traveled a good 20 feet beyond that. It was a shot.
That would have been a good home run derby home run, never mind a game home run. And Jordan's used to hitting those home runs on home run derby, so both high and far.
Nice bounce back by Ray, though.
Yeah.
He's been through this before. He knows this isn't his first rodeo.
Yeah, you give up home runs in football, and every pitcher does.
Especially to Jordan, it's not like we're talking about me or you. This is one of the best hitters and players in the game.
I think his mistake was a 4-pitch walk to Vin. It wasn't before that, because I think you need to challenge him and not give somebody a free pass.
Do you think he was pitching around him in that space?
I don't think so. I think he just lost it. But he did like Tim and I noticed he was grunting a little bit, so he was maybe overthrown a little bit. But Ray, like you said, Ray seems like he's settled down. He knows what's going on. Very knowledgeable pitcher. You got 2 outs, nobody on. Connor started this inning off for the strikeout. Ray paints the outside part of the zone there. Tough spot.
Yeah, really good pitch there. If you're Ray, just one more strike and get out of this. And damage done, but nothing you can't come back from. Still tight game.
Gets him there, strikeout. He ends the inning, but the big blow of the inning was Jordan Robles' 2-run home run that tied the game up. We're heading to the bottom of the 4th. It is 2-2. So I wouldn't say like I expected a pull, but sort of like you just felt like Jordy could change the game there. Like he has a history of doing that, and the walk before that, I don't know. It was like we were talking about a bloop in the blast, and it can happen. It was a shot.
Yeah, it got right into his power zone, that up and in that Jordan can kind of turn on.
Yeah.
Jordan's a very good opposite field hitter, too, but
a lot going on here,
that's
folks.
Where his real power comes from is that, that rise and that kind of just goes in on him and break. It was a good pitch. A lot of other guys wouldn't have done that with it, but it was a pitch you can't throw to Jordan in that situation.
And the sound off the bat.
Yeah.
So the Juggernauts are batting in the bottom of the 4th. 1 run wins it for them. So we got Ryan, Chris, Ben, and if anybody gets on, Tim. So they're potentially 1 swing away from winning the game, too. This game's getting more intense, a lot more drama as we go along.
No, I mean, if the Juggernauts don't do it here, this will be an intense last 6 outs in the 5th. Because again, no one wants to get to that bases loaded situation.
Yeah, bases loaded, no outs starts after that, right?
Correct in the 6th inning, yeah.
0-2, it's the upper part of the zone.
Really good spot.
So Ryan himself has a home run this game, Paul, too. In the first inning, he hit a 2-run shot. So this game's all about 2-run shots right now. Good take there by Ryan. So Josh is starting to settle down a little bit. I think he's starting to figure how he wants to attack these batters. That's him chasing upper part of the zone. 1 out.
That was a really smart pitch after he hit the top of his zone. Strike 2. Ryan's got to kind of be looking up, looking high, and he could get you to expand a little bit. That's a veteran move.
Absolutely. Oh, there's a little bit of an off-speed drop there. Sonro at the plate here. Stant on deck. And if you're Pagano, you gotta maintain this focus for every batter.
Yeah.
Juggernauts have each of the 4 dangerous. Sonro with a line drive. Vino robs him of a home run in left field. You saw that was gonna be close. A couple steps and a good jump, falls on his back. I think that was gonna be a homer. Huge play left field by Vin. We've seen 2 great outfield plays today. One by the Juggernauts and one by the Phenoms.
Yeah, great catch regardless. It was really close. Like it looked like it was going out, then it kind of hung up, and he did jump like maybe a foot or 2 in front of the fence, but a great catch either way. Say the double, triple, or home run.
I think that's a little bit payback, Paul. Vin got hit a line drive to the outfield. Tim made a great catch on him, so I think he's a little. Oh! Walk off home run! Oh my God! That was even farther than Ramos' home run off the right field wall. He crushed that. Stan has a history the last 2 years of just destroying the ball in big moments at UWIF, Paul. That was a giant blast.
So yeah, I lied earlier. That's the longest over.
Yeah, the last 2 innings we've seen just absolute bombs.
If that wall wasn't there, that was going like 160 feet.
It was above the wording on the wall there. That was wild. What a shot by Ben. Oh my God. What a shot by Ben. What a shot.
That was a crazy game.
Yeah, crazy hit indeed. What a blast. So we have Ben Stan joining us right now. But Ben, we're just saying you have a history of hitting these long clutch home runs. Walk me through what you were thinking there and how it felt.
I'm not thinking anything. I see the ball, hit the ball, saw a change up inside, drove that shit.
Was that one of your furthest home runs you think you hit?
Offhand last year.
Congrats on the W.
Appreciate you guys.
So what a victory by the Jugs. They're now 2-0. The Phenoms moved to 1-1, Paul. What a momentum change for both teams. The Phenoms just tied it up literally 5 minutes before that, and they had the momentum, and then a 2-out blast by Stant wins the game for the Jugs.
No, I think regardless of the outcome of this game, both teams were and still are tabbed to go far in this tournament. I think this is a good preview of what we can expect once we get to the single elimination round later tonight, and then especially when we get into tomorrow with the final 8. That was a heck of a game, a really classic game in the second round.
That was a playoff game in game 2.
Yeah,
literally
absolutely.
2 championship contenders. We had everything. We had excellent fielding, both infield and outfield. We had good pitching, clutch home runs. We had a little bit of everything. This was, like you said, this could have been a championship game. It would have been a classic. So we got a classic early on in our day.
Yeah.
So once again, 3-2 Juggernauts win. The Juggernauts move to 2-0. The Phenoms go to 1-1, and we'll see you all soon.